So let me show you how this actually works. I have this bird cage, this bird nest thing going on here. So it'd be C to A. This is going to be ramp function now. Okay, because if we just do double string shapes, we've got a string shaped ladder, and you know with the ladder you're climbing up, and I ain't going to let go of this until I got this, and I ain't going to let go of this until I got this. These are the same note. That's why I call it the ladder. So we'd be, if we were just doing ladder, it'd be C, it'd be 3 4 5 6, and then 6 7 root 2. Then 2 3 4 5, then 5 6 7 root, then root, you know, and so on. So we're not going to do that because we don't want to be doubling that note. You can work your way up the ladder if you want to do that, you know. Something like that, you know. I've seen people bending this note and then going to this, you know, just really just having fun with it. Doesn't sound very good the way I did it, sorry, but I just wanted to show you that you can use the ladder if you want to play, you know, up and down where you're repeating notes anyway. You're basically repeating notes anyway. Well, we'd have to go into the next shape there. But you see what I'm saying? You're kind of like clawing your way to the top there. You know? Stop me anywhere. So, what I want to show you is we do the ramp function so that we don't have repeated notes, and in that ramp function we're going to have, let's say, the CA double string shape 3 4 5 6. Okay, then we would go to the ED double string shape, which would be 7 root 2 3 4. Okay, so it'd be 7 root 2 3 4. So we got, sounds like Spanish eyes or something. Teardrops are falling from your Spanish eyes. You know, that kind of thing. As we go along there, and of course from E to D we go to A to G. So we did the D here, and then we go A to G, and then we go D to C, and then G to E, right? Okay, and then back to C to A. Okay, we started all the way here. We ended up all the way up here. Went all the way around. Now, let me just explain what's going on here. When I went to C to A, this was a caged linked one string, a caged link interval, C to A. Remember the word caged, C-A-G-E-D. C, A. We're just doing the little one. We're not going up to G because we're not staying on one string. If we could do caged on one string. Let's start down here on D. We'll go D. Okay, then we can go D to C, then C to A, then A to G, then G to E, then E to D again. That's caged. We're not doing that. We're not staying on one string. We're going to the next strings. So we go C to A is a caged interval. It's a note shared string, a string of notes. Then we're going to go A to E to its fifth. Okay, but what helps us go around the circle is that E is the diminished fourth of C. So you may not know what to go to next. So you got two ways to do it. You know, you're starting on the C here. Okay, on the circle, what I want to show you is, and I think we're on the right, yeah, right here. We're on the right, right here. So this is what a good part of 282. 282 is a really good chart, and it's not too complicated. See how we go to C to G to D to A to E here in string shaped fifths? Same thing here, except backwards. C, I'll do it. It's C to G to D to A to E. C to G to D to A, E. Circle of caged double string shaped fourths is the opposite direction of the circle of string shaped fifths because it is a ramp scale generator. So ramp scales apparently go backwards. They just go backwards. So here is circle of fifths going clockwise. Here is a circle of fourths going clockwise. We've got fourth there, as long as you connect the C, the E, the A, the D, and the G. Remember, Chuck's good dog always eats Chuck. Chuck's good dog always eats Chuck. And then now we'll go the fourth way. The other way is Chuck eats all day, good Chuck. Remember that stuff? So you've got them connected in the circle in fourths. Of course, C to E is a string-shaped fourth, so it's a caged fourth. It's diminished fourth, and then the E to C is an augmented fifth. So conversely. But we go to the fourth there. E to D, E to A is fourth. So we go around the circle. You see what I'm saying? It's the opposite of the other circle, but remember string-shaped fifths, because when we go from C to A, from A we're going to go right, pretend like we're playing an A pattern. So the fifth of A is what? E. How did I know that? Well, can either just do it imaginarily, or you can use the cage word. A, skip a letter to E. Skip G to E. So we do a little fifth interval from the A to the E. Okay? Next thing we're going to is the D caged interval there. Then we go to the fifth of D, which is A. Caged interval to the G. Then we go to the fifth of G, which is D. Let's see, fifth of G, which is D. Right. Okay, so we have our G here, sorry, my bad, to D, 2, 3, 4. Here's our E. Okay, caged interval, 3, 4, sharing the 3, 4. So it's pretty much just 2, 3, 4, 5, slide up there. And then the fifth of the C is the G again, 6, 7 root to the E, sharing the 7 root. And then up tippy top, we go from G, we go from the fifth of E is C, and cage to A again. So remember, we're pretty much concerned with the string-shaped fifths and the caged intervals when we're doing the short double string shape ramp for a diatonic. Now, of course, you could select any notes you want out of that diatonic scale, right? Where are we? Right here. I'm going to borrow this. Of course, the circle still works, and remember those fourths are part of the circle. So you can imagine it as a circle. So C goes to E, it goes backwards. In this case, I just want to show you that we can have, when we're doing that diatonic, okay, and these are all short string shapes, so we're only really looking at this. We're only really looking at this much of it. And we're not even looking at, we're only looking at the A down here. We're not looking at the 4. Okay, so that's what we're looking at here. The